Fight fans, welcome back to Carl Perza MMA. Today I'm with a special guest. My guest, he's getting ready to make his return to the UFC Octagon November 8th. He's taking on Ismael Bonfim. He is Mr. Taco. He's the master of war. He is Mr. Chris Padilla. Chris, what's going on, my friend? How are you?
Hey, brother, I'm chilling, man. I'm at the gym right now. Got some students about to get ready to work out right now. Just another day in my life.
Absolutely, brother. So you're coming off of a big win last time out, took on Jai Herbert, man. Really fun contest there, able to be on the better end of the split decision. Looking back at it, man, what do you think of the performance?
It was one of those performances where uh, I expected something. I expected him to pressure me, him to really come after me. But what I got was more of it felt more like a point sparring kickboxing match. And if you know Jai's very slick and he has surprising power. So when I was going against him, I felt like, okay, he's playing range much better. I had to adjust on the fly. And yeah, I fought a very technical style, and I think I was able to outthink him, outmaneuver him, and that's what a good fighter can do. Sometimes he finishes, and sometimes he plays the game.
Absolutely. Man, every time you go out there and fight, you're so much fun to watch. You're always looking for the finish, man, whether it be with the hands, whether it be on the ground. How much pride do you take in your style?
Shoot, man, that I would say that's all my pride, man. I talk to my coaches all the time, man, and 1,000 cuts. That's how I like to see the fight. My style used to be more of I used to just berserk. I used to attack. I used to use more just blood rage to get people out of there. And it's nice learning how to actually fight, not just offensively but defensively. Know how to maneuver, understand the little nuances of the game. So I take this utmost serious. This is my first love, and I want to stand on that every time.
Absolutely, man. So this year's been really a crazy year for you, man. You were getting ready to fight for Uriah Faber's promotion. All of a sudden, short notice opportunity, got a call to fight. How did this all go down, man? Where were you at when you got the call that you're fighting the UFC?
Shoot, man. I was at my other gym. I was training, or no, I wasn't training. I just got done teaching, and I was pooping. I was really just taking a shit, man. Sometimes you got to go. And there I was sitting there contemplating life, thinking about what was next, thinking about beating the other Chris, which is funny enough. And shit, I got the call, and I'm always ready. Again, look where I'm at. And it's what, Saturday, what, 6:21, and I'm at where I'm supposed to be. So another day for me.
Absolutely, man. 3 fights in the UFC, 3 pretty good victories, man. Really a lot of hype behind your name right now. Really starting to view you as a future star here. Are you surprised it's happening this quick for you?
Yes, because for me, I'm a kind of a pessimistic optimist where like I see myself as like I don't ever believe in my own hype. I don't think I'm as good as sometimes what other people may see. So I'm always down on myself a little bit more. But I feel like that attitude has pushed me to break my own limits. You know what I'm saying? Break my own expectations. So yes, but no, because I know because I have that mindset, I do great things. I'm looking to do great things. So I'm sure other people are going to see it too.
Do you feel that fighting is more mental than it is physical?
Yes, I do. I believe physicality. I believe they're like the yin and yang. You know what I'm saying? I believe that uh, through the physical repetition, through the physical breaking, the spirit and the mind can grow. Like you have to feel pain in your arms. You have to feel pain in your legs, your heart, your head. To make you want to be a better martial artist, right? When you get kicked in the leg, your spirit doesn't like that, your body doesn't like that. So you have to go dig into the files and go, how do I learn to stop that? How do I learn to withstand this pain? And in that way, you toughen your body, you toughen your mind, and you grow as a fighter.
So many people are watching this sport in this day and age. There's UFC almost every single weekend now. You have bare knuckle, PFL, all these promotions. Very few people understand what it's like to be a fighter. When you're fighting on the regional scene, you're not making Conor McGregor money. A lot of guys have these 9 to 5 jobs. You stay up late, you wake up early, you do all this maybe for the chance to be a promotion like the UFC. You're there, but all these sacrifices, this grind, it continues. What's made you want to chase this and stick around for so long?
The desire to be the best, to be honest. I have a family. My whole family. The way I look at it is, I'm a trailblazer in my family. There's no fighting roots as far as I've ever heard. There's no lineage there that I can pick up on. So for me, this is about starting to I would consider a fighting dynasty, like that's where I want to be. I want when it's all said and done, wherever I end up by the end of my career, my life, I want to know that I've created shoes to fill that the next Padillas, whoever, if I have daughters and they marry out, or my children have daughters and they marry out, that they'll always remember that where the name they came from. So like that right there means more to me. My mother having somewhere nice to live, my father, my all my family having somewhere nice to retire, somewhere safe to go, money, that means more to me than anything. So uh, all the pain and all the grind, all that stuff, that's just prepping me for the best.
For you, man, what's the ultimate goal? What do you want to accomplish in the sport?
Everything. I want it all. I want the money. I want the accolades. I will embrace fame as it comes. I'm not gonna run from it, but I don't it's not on my biggest desire, but I understand that if I crush people and I keep doing what I'm doing, it's gonna come. So I want to embrace that fame to empower the people, essentially empower the future generation, and be able to I realize like now my word is bigger than it used to be. When I tell kids now, when I tell fighters around me, people around me, to do better, how to do better, and things like that, because I'm famous, they take my word for it a little bit more. So that's why I'm looking for in all this.
It's kind of crazy because now we're at a point you're getting messages from younger fighters, kids on Instagram, Facebook, people seeing you out, looking up to you, being like, hey, you're a role model to me. You inspire me, all these things. What's it like now to be in this position?
Uh, it's it's one of the toughest things you can have, because in my opinion, because I'm not perfect, and because I make all the mistakes every day, because uh I would consider every human being a mental case, like w- even though you see me, you may think I'm on the high, but mentally I could be on the super low. I'm never uh I'm never quite all the way there, if that makes sense. And sometimes when I get a message and it's like somebody kind of going through something I'm going through, and like I give them some good, advice, and it makes me have to look internally, and really look at my own self and go, man, shit, follow it for yourself, man. This might be the answer. So uh I like that I can spread better ideas, better things to people, and shit, not to us, but just I want the people to know I'm a fuck up too, and I'm trying to be better. So it's uh it's a gift and a curse in its own way.
Absolutely, man. You go out there, you have that swagger to you. You have a very natural personality. You're a likable guy. Is that all come natural, man? Your personality and like how easygoing you are, but extroverted, all that stuff?
Um, I would say yes and no. Because uh me personally, I would say I have a lot of like trust issues, just from just growing up in life and shit. Things that go on as a kid, from school all the way, life and all that. It For me, it's pushed me more internally, where like I am very critical of myself. I do think about like myself a lot, and how I carry myself. So no, but yes, because I feel like when I do get to naturally let my guard down, it's freeing a little bit. I get to actually express how I feel, and it's cool to know that uh, when you express yourself, people are open to hearing who you really are. So yes and no.
Absolutely. So you're getting ready to take on Ismael Bonfim here November 8th at the Apex. Overall, what do you think of him as an opponent here?
Shit, he's really good, man. He carries his style. He's obviously in the UFC. He's a very aggressive opponent. He's going to come after me. Uh, but I just don't know. I just don't think he can outthink me. I've watched it. For me, the way I judge fighters is what you do in your first fight to your current fight. You know what I'm saying? Uh, if you've won and lost on a certain style, but you stick to what you believe in and you keep going down that path, and even if it leads to success, it just makes me realize that no one, whoever is lost to this style, hasn't figured out that this person is doing the same thing. He's just banking on that. So I expect him to be confident in his style, but I think that confidence is what's going to get him beat. um he's going to come at me, and for me that's my favorite style. It gives me like, compared to like Jai Herbert, who played the game, which I enjoy. I enjoyed that chess battle too because he made me show another level to my game. So I think Bonfim is going to be very similar to like Rongzu, and as far as like striking toughness, uh uh so yeah, I faced this style before. So my job is to go into my data book, pull out some files, and expose them.
With this being in the apex and a smaller cage, does that better suit your style?
I adapt to any arena. I long cage, small cage. I can fight anywhere. I fight off the wall. I fight in the middle. I fight long range. So for me, it's I will make the best use of it. That's no doubt.
Absolutely. So, past couple fights here, you're starting to get pretty big names, household names in that division. Obviously, Jai Herbert. Now you're getting a guy, Ismael Bonfim, his brother Gabriel on the card as well. Is it pretty cool now to see that you're fighting legit names in the division?
Oh yeah, bro. I've already had my not midlife crisis, but like I guess more of the positive side of the midlife crisis. Was it self-realization? And it's crazy to think before the end of the year I can be within the top 20 of the world, But it's crazy, but it's not, because when I look at Bonfim's rank, I'm like, okay, if this guy can be 30 and I know I'm better than him, as far as all around skills and even tactically, he has a strong spirit, but so do I. So that I think that's where I'm going to beat him the most, is when because in my opinion, he's going to rely on heart and spirit, and I'm going to use a bit of that with what I can do. So if he's number, I believe he was 39, because he's like 11 spaces above me. Rank always change, but if that's what he's in the world, I know I can surpass that. So top 20, I'm coming.
You're not your goal quite yet, but do you kind of have to kind of sometimes maybe slow down and just think, look at the journey, look where we've become. You're at a point right now, 3-0 in the UFC. You alone being in the UFC has done more than probably like 99% of the people who set out to do this. Do you ever have to look back and reflect on the journey?
Every day, man. That's what keeps me strong. I notice, they say life is a circle sometimes. So I realize that I'm facing past demons, past problems, past successes. It just repeats over and over. So I always have to reflect back and be like, what did I do then? What can I do better here? So I always look at the past every single day. So when I move forward, hopefully I have some insight.
One thing I love about mixed martial arts, man, is all the values, the disciplines, the morals. I've had guys on here tell me when they first started training, they were going down a bad path. They were getting in trouble. They were lost. They didn't have discipline. How do you think mixed martial arts has grown you and made you evolve as a person?
Um, it's shown me direction and power, like what how important it is to have direction and how much power that direction can give you. Because I've dedicated 17 years into fighting, it's given me a level of power as far as over myself. Shit, other people asking me for advice, like that's power. When someone comes to you for advice, that's a level of power to it. So it's teaching me how to handle that responsibility, because I'm pretty sure, just as a kid, you're probably like a leader of your group and shit like that, and you're irresponsible because you're a kid. So it's definitely made me mature a lot more. I'm 30 years old, and I feel like I just want to be a better man. I just want to do better with myself. So I appreciate it for what it is.
For you, what do you want your kids to take away from this crazy journey?
Anything's possible. Stay diligent, man. Like, life is just gonna keep knocking you back. Like, but it's like when you just take it as like, oh, I'm just building skills, like whether that's life skills, skills for your job, miscellaneous skills. Like I always say, it's an RPG. That's what me and my coach talk about all the time. And I feel like that idea has made me pay attention to, like, it's like it's like funny. It sounds like Matrix things. Like when I wake up, I'm thinking like, what skills am I improving today? Like, what am I getting better at today? Am I just being an MMA fighter all day? Uh, am I being this all day? Like, am I picking up like adult skills? And sometimes I have to catch myself and go, you know what? Let me read a book, because am I learning something today? What am I building today? So that's what I would say to my kids, man. Just keep building the character you want, because at the end of the day, that's what you're gonna have at the end of the day, what you've built.
Absolutely. It's kind of crazy to think you've been doing this sport for over a decade. So we could kick it back to like that 2012, 2013 time frame. The UFC, mixed martial arts, it was definitely on the rise, but it was not nowhere near as big as it is today. At that time, when you first started dabbling into this, did you envision a time that it would be as big, as global, as mainstream as it is right now?
I would say yeah, because when I started watching, I was I was in seventh grade, I believe. So I was a seventh grader. So when I started watching this, I was just so taken back by it, man. Like I was just like, whoa, you can do everything. And not only is it like fighting, it's like an art to it, you know? And when you're a young man, young kid, shit like that, you that's what you're seeking. You're seeking manliness in a certain way, toughness. You're seeking to test yourself. So when I got a hold of that, my cousins got a hold of that, my family got a hold of that, we were like, oh, for some reason this just feels like we're made for this. We used to beat each other up, choke each other out, submit each other, shoot, square up, box with each other. So like it was always like, and it was always all I wanted to do was talk about it. All I wanted to do was be about it. And I just knew that I can be in the UFC. I can get paid to do great things. So yeah, I knew it was going to be big. I always saw myself as a superstar, like WWE. So I'm like, if this is like WWE, but with real violence, like why wouldn't anyone want to be a part of that? Why wouldn't this become a mainstream sport?
So you mentioned WWE. I'm also a big fan of professional wrestling. If you could pick any WWE wrestler, previous, current, whenever, who most resembles Chris Taco Padilla?
Undertaker.
Whoa.
Easy.
Why? We
Easy.
got to elaborate with this.
I just always consider myself, like, sometimes I feel like every fight, you die and you come back as something new, win or lose. And I see myself as the Undertaker, man. You can put me down, but for some reason I always come back, and I always come back as a machine, man. So that's what the Undertaker always represented to me. Like this man brought fear. You knew fear when his music came on, when you see him stood over there in that all black, like, and it's just like, and then when he would go down and he would just raise up like Jason, and you're just like, oh shit, I just did my special move, and now this man's back up on it. He just sits up. So like I feel like he always carried an aura of like, oh fuck, I got this one. And that's what people should expect when they see me. Like when you fight me, you're not fighting a striker, you're fighting everything. You're not fighting a grappler. I don't need to take you down to win, obviously. I don't need to strike you to win. Uh, but I will figure you out. And obviously you see Jai need me in my eyebrow, and right after he need me in my face, I hurt him with an elbow. So like I don't panic when I see blood. I don't panic when I'm hurt. I sit there, I evaluate, I settle down, and I go. And the Undertaker is just somebody who's never showed crazy emotion. If you look at all the phases of the Undertaker, he's never really switched his game. So that's how I see my style.
All right, before we wrap up here, one thing I want to do, I want to go through some big fights coming up, and I want to get your predictions on who's going to win some of these big matchups we got here going on. So we got a big after your fight. We got a big one in November, big Madison Square Garden card. Some absolute bangers on this one. Co-main event, two great female fighters. We got Wei Li Zhang. We got Bullet Valentina Shevchenko. Who wins this super fight?
Oh man, Shevchenko, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Whaley is good, bro, but like if you see how she struggled with Joanna, Valentina is just a better Joanna, and I love watching Joanna fight. So yeah, I got Valentina.
That night we got obviously a big one too. The main event, Jack Della Maddalena putting that 170-pound title on the line. Islam Makhachev coming up. Who wins that one?
I'm always an Islam fan, but I just feel like Jack is a bigger Poirier, and if Poirier gave him that much of a problem, Jack's already proved himself as an escape artist, and he's shown that he can not only escape, but he can keep a hard pace, and he's still technical. So it's like he's like a what they would call a technical brawler. That's what he is. He's very technical, but he gets after the work, and his cardio is elite. He can get back up. Uh, I definitely can see Jack, so I'm gonna go with Jack.
In November, we got a big 155 banger. We got Armin Sarukian, Dan Hooker. Who wins that?
I'm gonna say Armand, but I definitely say Dan Hooker's gonna do a lot of exposing. I think the way he fought Gamrot showed that the Australians are definitely doing something different with their wrestling. They're paying attention to the game. They're not just I got to stop him from wrestling. They're picking the game apart a lot more. If you just watch the little details, and again, look at all the guys who are coming out there who can wrestle. I'm sure you see Quinlan knock out uh what
Hazard
yeah, Quinlan got the dub today, and you see now the Australians are shooting now. So I think Volkanovski has ushered in a new age. I don't know if you remember George Sotiropoulos, but George Sotiropoulos was one of those Australian guys who could box and wrestle. But yeah, uh, Volkanovski's really changed the way the guys are moving now.
Absolutely. Last one I want to talk about is going to be the big pay-per-view in December, co-main event. You got Josh Van getting his title shot, taking on Pantoja. Who wins that?
Pantoja. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Josh Van, I think he got pushed a little early. I love his skill, I love his personality. Seems like a super cool dude, but Pantoja, man, he's a man of war, like myself. So I know he's willing to do anything, will do anything, and by any means. And Josh Van, he will do some things. And that right there is always gonna I'm always going to give that guy a disadvantage if you're only willing to do some things.
All right, last one here, big main event there. We got Piotr Jan taking on Rob Navashvili. Who wins that?
I'm gonna go Marab. I'm gonna go with Marab just because Peter Yan's looked better in his last fights, but I see some strange decline. And Marab, I think Marab's gonna Marab is not it's his skill, but Marab comes in with like a more of an X factor, in my opinion. For him, it's not necessarily a skill. I know people say it's his cardio, but I think Marab's strength is his brain. Like Marab has a interesting way of thinking, and I think I don't know if Peter Yan is going to be able to figure that part out because again, he's kind of still look like Peter Yan. He's done little takedowns here and there, but I don't think that's what Peter Yan needs to beat Marab. The only way I can see Peter Yan winning is if he really comes at Marab like with fearlessly, because he can get up. We've seen him get up, but I haven't seen him. It puts me in the mind of how Pereira fought Angalaev the first time. That's how everybody fights Marab. Instead of you see when Pereira just went straight at him, he knocked him out. I think if people approach Marab like that, it'd be a lot easier fight.
Absolutely. You're the type of guy, man. Obviously, you go out there, you fight, but you're also a huge fan of this sport. For you, how much fun are you having on this journey right now?
Bro, it's one of the just it's a true blessing, man. That's all I can really say. It's it's uh it's so painful, but there's these moments where I can just like look at the sky and it's just a nice day. Like today I set out, took some fight notes, and I just watched the water move, and I was like, you know what, bro, look at me. This is my job. As much as everything's a bitch basically to do, like getting your ass whooped all the time, being tired, sweaty, stinky, washing all the time, all the other shit in life. I can honestly look at myself and look at everything and just be like, bro, this is just such a simple life. Like I just get to train, fight, shit, eat food, go on adventures to fight, help my friends, family, go on adventures. Like man, again, you sometimes you complain when you're in it, but when you take a a step back and appreciate it, you go, you know what? I really like this. So I'm a fight nerd, so I love this, man.
Absolutely. All right. Last question for you, Chris. In a perfect world, what is the outcome on November 8th when you return to the UFC against Ismael Bonfim?
I would say violence. I would say I've been waiting 6 months, 7 months now to fight. I want to show artful violence, man. That's really it. I want to teach these fighters coming up and everybody around a lesson.
Absolutely. Well, Chris, man, thank you so much for taking time out of camp to talk to me. Always a pleasure to watch you fight. More a pleasure to talk to you here, and really wish you nothing but the best, my friend.
Cool, cool, cool. I like to say thanks to my team CMMA, my team Jumbie Kickboxing, all my boys, all my family. Shout out to Gardena. I love you guys. Thank you to my sponsors, Apu Coin. Appreciate you guys. Mr. Electric, thank you guys. Taco Loco right here on Rosecrans and Normandy, guys. Come check it out. Uh, Dime, thank you guys, man. You guys helped me a lot through these camps, especially when you're out for 7 months. Having sponsors is a beautiful thing. So thank you guys. Thank you for having me on just to, express myself a bit.
Absolutely. That's it for us today. I'm Carl Peruzza. He is Mr. Taco Chris Padilla. You can watch on November 8th. UFC Apex taking out Ismael Bonfim. Going to be a fireworks fight, fans. Take care.
Have a good day. Peace.